Hello everyone. In this video we are going to solve practice set 17.1 chapter 17 circle. This is from standard 8th. So in this video we'll be solving practice set 17.1 and for that we'll learn few properties related to circle and of course before that we'll be solving this questions which are asked. This is from the textbook, that is State Board, page number 114, fill in the blanks. So first we'll be solving this, as this will help us to understand the concept properly. And if you want to understand it in detail, the introduction part of the circle, the video on that is already uploaded, so you can watch that video. The link for the video is given in the description below, wherein the meaning of the circle, the concept related to radius, diameter, chord, arc, different type of arc, that is minor arc, major arc and semicircular arc, everything is covered under this video, so you can watch this video. So let us start with this. The first question over here is, segment OD is dash of the circle. So this is segment OD, so it is the radius of the circle. Next, segment AB is dash of the circle. So this is segment AB. Segment AB जो है, that is passing through the center of the circle. So O is the center, O center है. So that means segment AB becomes the diameter of the circle. Next, segment PQ is dash of the circle. Segment PQ. So it is the chord of the circle. Next, dash is the central angle. So O is the center point. So that means this will be a central angle. So we'll name it as angle BOD. So you can name it as angle AOD also. You can name it as angle BOD also. So anything will do. So angle BOD is the central angle. Next is minor arc, major arc and semicircular arc. So understanding this concept is very important, student. So अगर confusion है, if you are confused, so आप circle का जो introduction video है, you all can watch that video and I'm sure your doubt will be clear. So let us continue with this minor arc. Now over here already two examples are given related to minor arc. That is arc AXD is already given. Arc AXD. Now what is minor arc? Minor arc means it is less than 180 degree. That means semicircle ka half. Semicircle se less. So this is the half of the circle. Correct? So it should be always less than this. That means less than 180 degree. So arc AXD is already given. Arc BD is already given. Now we have to write few more minor arcs. So I'll write it down over here as arc AP. So this is arc AP, which becomes the minor arc. Like this you can write down as many arcs as are formed over here in this figure. So I'll write it down another arc, that is arc PQ is also a minor arc. As you can see, this arc is the minor arc. Then next, so arc simply means part of a circle. Okay, so we have to see any part of the circle which is minor, so that is referred as arc. So we have written, so far we have written two, that is arc AP and arc PQ. We can write it down arc BQ as well. Okay, this. Then also we can write down, see arc BD is already given in the over here, so we'll skip this. Then next we can write down arc APQ, that means arc AQ. So we'll write it down as arc APQ. So the reason behind mentioning this point P, because if we just write down simply अगर हम AQ लिखते हैं, so it can be either in this way, in this direction, or it can be either this. So if we go in this direction AQ, so it will be our major arc. So if we go in this direction, it will be our minor arc. So that is why we have to mention the midpoint, that is, and this is arc APQ. and there is one more arc which is formed, minor arc, that is arc BQP. BQP. Major arc, that is more than 180 degree, that means more than semicircle. So arc PAB is already given, that means P, A and B. Of course it is more than semicircle, so arc PAB is already given. Arc PDQ, so PDQ. So this becomes our major arc. Now we have to write few more examples of major arc, so we can write it down as arc BXQ. So as you can see, B, then X, and then Q. So we just have to mention one point which is just in the middle of this point BQ, so which lies in the middle of point BQ. So BXQ. We can also write it down as BDQ, which will be counted as the same arc. Also we can write it down as BAQ. So anything will do, because the starting point and the end point should be same, that is BQ. Next also we have another major arc, that is arc, we can consider arc P, B and A, like this, arc P, B and A. So I'll write it down over here, arc P, B, A. Next another arc, that is arc P, X, Q. Next is semicircular arc. Obviously there are two semicircular arc because the circle is divided into two parts. So this is the first half and this is the second half. So the first half is already given, arc ADB is already given. The second one is arc either APB or arc AQB. So we will write over here arc APB, that is semicircular arc. Next is, what is the measurement of arc DB? So this is our arc DB. So the measure of this arc will be equal to the angle opposite to it. So this is the angle opposite to arc DB. So for example, if this is suppose 40 degree, the measurement of this arc DB will also be 40 degree. So we just write down the name of the angle is equal to measurement of angle BOD, that is this angle BOD. Next, measurement of arc DAB, that means this major arc DAB, this arc. So if you want to consider this arc, the measurement of this arc, we have to consider the measure of circle. So the measurement of circle is 360 degree minus, if we subtract the measurement of this arc, we will get the measurement of angle DAB. So this is 360 minus measurement of angle BOD, that means this angle BOD. If we subtract this angle, that is the measurement of this angle, we will get the measurement of arc DAB. Properties of chord of a circle. So we'll start with the first property. The perpendicular drawn from the center of a circle to its chord bisects the chord. According to this property, a perpendicular drawn from the center, so a perpendicular is drawn from the center, this is the center, we'll name this as O, so O is the center, and a perpendicular is drawn, we'll name this point as M. So if the perpendicular is drawn from the center of a circle to its chord, it bisects the chord, that means it divides the chord into two equal parts. So here O is the center, then according to this property, OM is perpendicular to chord AB. If it is perpendicular, that means it bisects the chord. That means AM is equal to MB. So it divides the circle into two equal parts. That means M is the midpoint of the chord AB. So this is the first property. Second property, the segment joining the center of a circle and midpoint of its chord is perpendicular to the chord. That means here it is saying that the segment joining the center and the midpoint, so we'll consider M as the midpoint of the chord PQ, and if we join these two points, this segment will be perpendicular to this chord PQ. So this is actually the contradictory of property 1, wherein we learned how this perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle to its chord bisects the chord. That means M becomes the midpoint. Here it is saying that if the segment is joined from the center of the circle to the midpoint, then it is perpendicular. Practice set 17.1, textbook page number 116. So the first question is, in a circle with center P, chord AB is drawn of length 13 cm. That means the given information, will write down the given information. Length AB is equal to 13 cm. So here we'll write down given. Also, segment PQ is perpendicular to chord AB. Segment PQ is perpendicular to chord AB. According to the property, that is the first property, the perpendicular drawn according to the first property, if segment PQ is perpendicular to chord AB, that means this property, the perpendicular drawn from the center of a circle to its chord bisects the chord. That means Q is the midpoint of this chord AB, that is segment AB. That means AQ is equal to QB. So we know the length of AB, that is 13 cm. So length of QB will be half of length AB. So that means half of 30. So therefore length QB will be 6.5 centimeter. That means we have got the answer. Find the length of QB. So therefore QB, that is this length, will be half of the chord AB. If AB is 13 centimeter, then length QB will be half of this, that is 6.5 centimeter. Second one, radius of a circle with center O is 25 centimeter. So already in the figure it is given that radius, OD is the radius, that is 25 centimeter. We have to find the distance of chord from the center. That means we have to find out this distance, that means segment OP. And also they have given the length of the chord, that is 48 centimeter. So if you see this figure properly, students, over here a right angle triangle is formed. This becomes the hypotenuse, side opposite to 90 degree. OD is the hypotenuse, and we can find out the length of this PD by the property, using the property, that is this will be half of 48. And then we can use Pythagoras theorem to find out the length of OP. We are using Pythagoras theorem because it's a right angle triangle. So let us start. Now before we start, first we'll write down the given information, very important while writing the answer. So let us write down given information. OD is 25 centimeter. CD, that is chord, 48 centimeter. So both this information are given. With the help of this, now it is given that segment OP is perpendicular to chord CD. So if it is perpendicular, we can use the first property as we used in the previous one, question number 1. This is the property that we are going to use, that perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle to its chord bisects the chord. Okay, so over here, that means length PD will be half of length CD. That means this PD will be half of this CD. If CD is 48 centimeter, So let us write down half of CD, that is CD is 48 centimeter. So half of this will be 24 centimeter. So therefore length PD will be 24 centimeter. Now we'll consider the right angle triangle. That means triangle OPD. So we'll write down in right angle triangle by Pythagoras theorem. So every time whenever we solve this type of question, we have to write down that since it is a right angle triangle, so this information is given, and also we are using Pythagoras theorem. So now we'll substitute. We'll write down the hypotenuse, that is OD square, then the two sides, square of two sides. That means OD square is equal to OP square plus PD square. Now we have this both information, that is OD as 25 centimeter and PD as 24 centimeter. So using this we'll get the length of this segment OP. That means the distance of the chord from the center. OD, that means hypotenuse, side opposite to 90 degree. So over here it's 25. OP is not given, that is what we have to find out. PD is given, that is 24. We'll find the square of this 25. The square of 25 is 625. Length OP, again we don't know what is the length of OP. And the square of 24 is 576. Now we'll solve this equation. So therefore length OP square will be, subtraction of this will give us 49. So now since we just want the length of OP, here it's square, so we'll take out the square from both the sides. So length OP will be square root of this number. So since 49 is a perfect square, that means its square root will be 7. Using Pythagoras theorem, we have got the length of this segment OP, that is 7 centimeter. So that means the distance of chord from the center, that means this distance of this chord from the center is 7 centimeter. Therefore distance of the chord from the center is 7 centimeter. So same as first and second, the same concept we are going to use. Here O is the center of the circle. Find the length of radius. That means we can consider any one of this as the radius, either AO or OB. Okay, so this becomes the radius of the circle. And also the given information is that the length of the chord is 24 centimeter and is at a distance of 9 centimeter from the center. That means this distance is 9 centimeter. So again we'll write down the given information first, whatever is given information. Here the given information is first length AB is given, that is chord 24 centimeter. Obviously we have to find out the half of this chord, that means segment AP we have to find. Once we get segment AP, we can use Pythagoras theorem in order to find out the radius. Length AB 24 centimeter, that is the chord, length of the chord which is given. Over here let us consider segment OP, that means this segment perpendicular to chord AB. So that means length OP over here, which is given as 9 centimeter. So if segment OP is perpendicular to segment AB, then according to the property number 1, that is the perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle to its chord bisects the chord. So this property is applicable in all the question. So according to this property, that is length AP that means this length will be half of the chord, that is length AB. So that means half of 24, which will give us AP as 12 centimeter. So now we have got this AP as 12 centimeter and OP as 9 centimeter. Now we have to find out this distance, that in segment segment OA. So over here this is the hypotenuse. According to the right angle triangle we use Pythagoras theorem. So in right angle triangle, that is OPA, as you can see OPA in this triangle, by Pythagoras theorem in right angle triangle OPA. Now we'll use Pythagoras theorem since it is a right angle triangle, and this OA will be the hypotenuse. So we'll get the length of OA using Pythagoras theorem. OA square is equal to length of OP square plus length of AP square. So that means now we have OP, that is this, as 9 centimeter. So I'll write down 9 square plus, now we have AP as well. AP is half of the chord, that is half of 24, that is 12 centimeter. So let us solve this. OA square is equal to 81 plus 144 will give us 225, and we'll take out the square from both the side. So therefore length OA will be, the square root of this is 15. So the question asked was find the length of radius. So that means OA is the length of radius. So over here we have got OA as 15 centimeter. That means the radius of the circle is 15 centimeter. The last question of practice set 17.1. Over here the figure is not given, so we are supposed to draw the figure accordingly. Your C is the center of the circle whose radius is 10 centimeter. So C is the center and we have named this point as A, that is 10 centimeter. Find the distance of the chord from the center. That means we have to find this distance, that is the length of the segment CM, the distance of the chord from the center. If the length of the chord is 12 centimeter, chord AB, which is of 12 centimeter. So hence all the 4 questions are similar. Here as well we are going to find out the half of the chord, that is half of 12. We'll get AM as 6 centimeter, and then we'll find the length of CM using Pythagoras theorem, since this AMC will be the right angle triangle. Now since here the figure was not there, so we have assumed this chord as AB. So let segment AB be the chord, and also we have to mention that segment CM is perpendicular to chord AB. Now we'll be using the property, that is length AM, this length is half of the length AB, that means chord, because the perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle to its chord bisects the chord. So we'll find out the length of AM, half of length AB, that is 12, half of 12, which will give us 6 centimeter. That means this length AM is 6 centimeter. Now in right angle triangle, CMA by Pythagoras theorem. So all the sums are quite similar. If you understand the concept, it becomes very easy to solve these questions. So in by Pythagoras theorem, now this is the hypotenuse. So length CA is the hypotenuse CA square plus the square of both the sides, that is CM square plus AM square. Now length CA is given, that is 10. Length CM is not given, that is what we have to find out. So we'll write it down as it is. And length AM is half of the chord, that is half of 12, that is 6. So we'll write down. Now we'll solve this. Which will give us 64. Again the same step, we'll take out the square from both the sides. So therefore length CM is equal to 8 cm. That means the distance of the chord from the center is 8 cm. Let us write down the final answer. Distance of the chord from the center is 8 cm. So here we are done with all the 4 questions from practice set 17.1.